Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Namaskara to all. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru-Paramparam. Shubhodaya. A warm welcome to everyone for the fifth day of the fourth edition of Global Festival of Oneness from Indica Moksha. This is a month-long festival of Adi Shankaracharya Bhagavadpada, covering various aspects and topics of Advaita Vedanta. Today's topic is Gleanings from Soundaryalahari by Dr. V. Krishnamurthy. A warm welcome to you, sir. Dr. V. Krishnamurthy is an ex-director of K.K. Birla Academy, New Delhi, was formerly Deputy Director and Professor of Mathematics at BITS Pirani for more than 2 decades. His mathematical career for half a century includes several books on mathematics at all levels. His spiritual journey started since boyhood through training and mentoring by his father, Sri R. Vishwanath Shastrigal, a scholarly exponent and an example of ideal Hindu way of life. Professor Krishnamurthy has been given several lectures to Indian and American audience on Hindu scriptures, known for precision, clarity, and an irresistible appeal to the modern mind. Even at an advanced age of mid-90s, he has been writing and publishing books, mostly in the areas of Sanatana Dharma. His recent books includes Thus Spark Krishna, Thoughts of Spiritual Wisdom, Meet the Ancient Scriptures of Hinduism, Wiser Sanskrit Maximum Explained, and Primer of Spirituality, Ramayana Trayo, Paramacharya on Soundaryalahari, 250 tidbits on Sanatana Dharma. Indica Academy has awarded him 2 Guru Awards in 2019. Over to you, sir, now.
Thank you. I am thankful to Indica Moksha for giving me this opportunity of joining this scholarly enterprise. I am just an ordinary teacher and nothing more, but I am glad to be in this company. Om Vagishatya Sumanasaha Sarvarthanam Upakrame Yamnatva Kritakritya Syutam Namami Gajananam Kumaresha Suno Bhuskanda Sejam Pate Shakti Padayam Yugadhiruga Ulindatmaja Kanta Bhaktartikadin Prabhotarakare Sadamaraksham Tvam Shabda Brahmamayi Characharamayi Jyotirmayi Vangmayi Nityanandamayi Niranjanamayi Tattwamayi Chinmayi Tattvatitamayi Paratparamayi Mayamayi Srimayi Sadvaishwatyamayi Sadashivamayi Mam Pahimiyam became Lakshmim Shira Samudra Rajasanayam Srirangada Maheshwarim Dasi Bhuta Samasta Deva Manitam Lokaikadipam Kuram Sriman Banda Katakshalabda Vibhava Brahmendra Gangadharam Tvam Trailokya Kutumbinim Saratijam Vande Mukunda Priyam Durbhidyukta Chatadbhispadikamanimagim Akshamanam Dadana Hastena Ikena Patvam Shitam Avishishukam Pustakam Chaparene Bhasa Kundendu Shankas Padikamaniniba Basamana Samana Samiva Devategim Nibusatuvadane Sarvada Suprasanna Sadashiva Samharambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Padyantam Vande Guru-Paramparam Yoginam Vishwanathakyam Asmattata Swarupinam Atmalabhat Param Labham Voktaram Nakadachanam Gita Arthagrantakattaram Shri Gurum Pranamamyaham Yontah Pravishyami Vacham Dhritim Buddhim Prachodayat Om Namah Sababhyas Savapatibhyascha Om Namah Om. I prayed to Meenakshi, Saraswati, and Goddess Lakshmi because these are the 3 forms of the divinity that we are going to be talking about today. And it so happens that I lived in 3 different places, worked for my employment, and at one place it was Meenakshi, at another place it was Lakshmi, at another place it was Saraswati, Pilani, Chidambaram, and Madurai. Anyway, now we are going to be talking about Shivanandalahari, Soundaryalahari in the next, in today and 3 more lectures, 3 Saturdays more. Soundaryalahari is a majestic work of Sri Adi Shankaracharya. He brought 41 slokas from Kailas itself and composed 59 by himself. Together it is called Soundaryalahari. Though technically the first part, 41, is called Anandalahari, and the second part is Soundaryalahari. It's a majestic Sanskrit work, beating the poetry of the greatest poets of Sanskrit. The first part of 41 slokas has a mantra basis, so it emphasizes certain mantra and tantra aspects. The second part is a beautiful, majestic description par excellence of the form, Saguna form of Ambal. Ambal means goddess. The 59 slokas, the latter part, has the same meter as the first part, Shitarini, as it called. There is a perennial charm of all the slokas of Soundaryalahari. So let me read the first sloka. Now, I hope many of you audience have the book with the text of the slokas in your hand. So just follow me mentally. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitam Nake Devam Devo Nakhalu Kusala Spanditumapi Atastwamaradhyam Harihara Virincha Adibirapi Pranantum Stotum Va Katamakrita Punya Prabhavati. Please note, I am not an expositor. I am only a teacher. So I may do it like a class teaching. I may appear to be teaching a class like this, but pardon me. So I am going to read the sloka a second time so that those who have not followed it will follow again. You see, these slokas can be done, can be studied as a parayanam every day or as often as possible. No initiation is necessary. You can yourself take the book and read the slokas. Only when you do some mantra puja for the Soundaryalahari slokas, according to that, then only you need some initiation. Kediyur Subramaniya Shastri, who is a great scholar and expositor of Soundaryalahari, has mentioned this. So a second time, Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitam Nake Devam Devo Nakalu Kusala Spanditumabi Atasto Amaradhyam Harihara Virincha Adibirapi Pranantum Stotum Va Katamakrita Punya Prabhavati. Those of you who remember Lalita Sahasranam will recognize now. Shri Shiva Shiva Shakyaike Rupini Lalitambika, the last line of Lalita Sahasranam. Shri Shiva Shiva Shakyaike Shiva Shakyaike Rupini. Shiva and Shakti or Aikya are the same. That is the form, Saguna form of Amba Lalita. Shri Shiva Shiva Shakyaike Rupini Lalitambika. So that is where Soundaryalahari begins. Shiva Shaktya Yukto. Unless Shiva is coordinated with Shakti, he is not able to even move. Spanditumapi. Shakti is the life force. Shiva is the body. Remember, first sloka emphasizes Shakti to the heights. Pranantum stotum va katamakrita punya prabhavati. Even Virinchi is Brahma. Hari is Vishnu. Hara is Shiva. Virinchi is Brahma. Neither Shiva nor Vishnu nor Brahma. Atastvam aradhyam. They are all worshipping you. Pranantum stotum va katam akrita punya pravati. Pranantum, doing namaskar. That is Kaika Bhakti. Kaika puja. Kaika, by the body. Pranantum stotum va, by mouth. Praise. Sloka. Praise. Stotum va, pranantum stotum va katam akrita punya. If you have not done any punya in earlier times, you cannot even do this. So, Shiva Shaktya Yukto, unless you are united, Shiva and Shaktya are united, Shakti is able to force, that is Spanditum. Spandana is from the inside. So, Shakti is the soul. Shiva is the body in this sloka. Shiva is the body, Shakti is the soul. The soul, it spandana, it starts the movement from inside by starting the Icha Shakti, the Kriya Shakti, and all the Shaktis. Shiva's Shakti is, right? Without Shakti, Shiva, I is the crucial syllable. If you take away I, Shiva becomes Shava. In fact, the Shiva Bhinnataya Dinaham Shiva Sakshat Nirartakaha says Skandam. It says if Shiva is taken away from Shakti, or if Shakti is not there for Shiva, he is nothing. I is the seed letter. I. Chandram Prabhasam Yashasat Jvalantim Shiyam Loke Devajustam Udaram Tam Padminimim Sharanamaham Prapatye. This is from Sri Sukta in Taitri Yajur Brahman. Sri Sukta. Tam Padminim Im Sharanamaham Prapatye. So the seed mantra for Amba is Im, just as for Brahman, Parabrahman, it is Om. So Im is another Bija mantra. Im is Saguna Brahman. Om is Nirguna Brahman. For the Nirguna Brahman, if you go and do Namaskar, it won't even recognize Namaskar. That is why you have to do some Namaskar to Im. Tam Padminim Im Sharanamaham Prapatye Alakshmi Irme Nashyatam Tvam Brane. Please eradicate my absence of wealth. So I is the seed letter for Shakti, which makes Shava as Shiva. Shiva Bhinnataya Hinaha Shiva Sakshat Nirartakaha. In fact, even Aruna Prashna in Taitri Aranyaka says, Yadigam Sranotyalakagam Sranoti. Now, there are Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitam. When Shakti and Shiva are together or Yukta, Shiva is united with Shakti. You can do Prabhavitam, you can do the creation, you can do so many other things. There are 5 Shaktis like this mentioned in Lalita Sahasranam. Srishtikatri Brahma Rupa Goptri Govinda Rupini Samharini Rudra Rupa Tirodhanakari Ishwari Sadashiva Anugrahada Panchakritya Parayana. Srishtikatri creation Brahma Rupa. through Brahma, Srishtikatri Brahma Rupa, Goptri Govinda Rupini, Goptri, self-sustenance. She maintains the whole world by Vishnu. Goptri Govinda Rupini, Samharini Rudra Rupa. She dissolves everything through Shiva. So, Srishtikatri Brahma Rupa, Goptri Govinda Rupini, Samharini Rudra Rupa, but through the means of Rudra. Samharini Rudra Rupa, Tirodhanakari Ishwari. Ishwari, as Ishwari, she is the force for Maya, Mayic disappearance of things. Tirodhanakari. Tirodhana means disappearance. Tirodhanakari Ishwari. Sadashiva Anugrahada. She disposes grace. She gives grace through Sadashiva. Sadashiva Anugrahada Panchakritya Parayana. So there are 5 Shaktis. Im and Om, I told you. Pranantum stotum va katamakrita punyam. So, whether it is Hari or Hara or Vishnu, Shiva or Brahma, whoever they are, unless they have done enough punya, they must have done for this position. Pranantum stotum va, doing the Kayika Bhakti by Namaskar or the Vachika Bhakti, stotum, then only they will be able to do this. Therefore, according to this Sloka, Shakti is the Sheshi. All others are Sheshas. Sheshi is principle. Sheshaha means all subsidiary things. They are all remaining things. Shesha means remainder. So, Sheshi, Sheshaha. In this Sloka, Shakti is the Sheshi. She is the soul inside. She operates everything, everybody. Shiva himself, Vishnu, Brahma, everybody, they are all Sheshas. But the Lord is Nirguna. So, what happens really is, Amba is the I consciousness, which is soul. Therefore, she is the soul who activates Shiva. In fact, by the dust, the next few slokas say, by the dust of her feet, she activates the other gods also. This is sloka number 1. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yedi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitum Nachedevam. If it is not so, Nachedevam Devo Nakalu Kusala Spanditam. He cannot even move because there is no pulse, there is no impulse from inside. Atastvam Aradhyam Harihara Virincha Divirapi. Therefore, by Harihara and Virincha who are worshipping you, Pranantum Stotum Va Katam Akrisa Punya Prabhavati. Without having done any punya, how can they either do Kaika Bhakti or Vachika Bhakti? Or even the Manasika Bhakti. So now go to Sloka 34. I am in these four lectures of Soundaryalahari, I am going to be doing only a few slokas. So now 34, why I am taking 34? Because in number 1, Shakti is as Sheshi, as the chief. In number 34, Shiva will be the scene changes. So I will read 34. Please read it along with me. Shariram Tvam Sambho Shashimikira Vaksho Ruhayugam Tavatmonam Manye Bhagavati Navatmanamanagam Atashesheshi Jayamubaya Sadaranataya Titas Sambandho Vam Samarasa Paranandava Parayoho. Once more. Shariram Tvam Sambho Shashimikira Vaksho Ruhayugam. Shariram Tvam Sambho. You, now addressing Ambal, addressing Shakti, you are the body. In number one, it said you are the soul. Shiva is the body. Now, here you are the body of Shambhu. Shambhu is the soul. Shiva is the soul. Shashi Mikira Vakshaur Yuhugam. So you are the body. You are having the sun and the moon as your chest. Tavatmanam manye Bhagavati Navatmanam Managam. Tava Atmanam manye. Who is your Atma? Who is your soul? The Lord. Navatmanam. He is Navatma. I will tell you why Navatma. Navatma means nine-faced, nine forms, nine vyuhas of Shiva. Atasyesha sheshi tyayam ubaya sadharanataya. Therefore, the Shesha and Sheshi are between you either ways. Sometimes you are the Shesha, sometimes he is the Sheshi. So you Sheshi, they change. So now you are the Shesha, he is the Sheshi. He is the principal. He means Shambhu. Sitasam this sambandho vam samarasa parananda parayo. So this enjoyment of the absolute bliss is an excellent relationship between you two. I am reminded of Teriyur Subramanya Shastrigal, who comments on the Sloka and our own. If you repeat these two slokas according to him, all differences between spouses, husband and wife, will disappear. Suppose you have had a tremendous difference of opinion during all these years, spouse, the husband and wife, say, and you are not able to solve it. What you do, Sloka number 1 and Sloka number 34, read them together with meanings understood. With meanings understood. Not just like that, with meanings. By the way, I told you there is no initiation necessary, except for the mantra part of Soundaryalahari. Some slokas, there are mantras, so they are to be initiated. But just a parayanam of the entire Soundaryalahari or slokas of Soundaryalahari, you don't need any initiation. That is why I am at least telling you 2 times each sloka. You can do the parayanam thereafter. The Teriyur Subramanya Shastri, who has written an elaborate commentary on Soundaryalahari, says that if you have a repetition of the first sloka and the 34th sloka together, your differences between spouse and spouse will vanish. I have a romantic corollary for that. Suppose you really have a very serious difference, right? Each of you take a copy of the book, Soundaryalahari. The husband goes to one room, the wife goes to another room. Both of you within your own room, you read number 1, number 34, number 1, number 34 sloka with meanings understood 10 times. 1 and 34, 10 times. Come back out of the room. Come back out of the room. My romantic corollary is that you will have the closest embrace of your life. So it says, Tavatmanam manye Bhagavati Navatmanam anagam. He is Navatma, Nava Atma. He has 9 vyuhas. Kala, Kula, Nama, Sha, Jnana, Chitta, Nada, Bindu, Kala, Jiva. We don't have to go into these technicalities, but understand that Navatmanam means the Lord. Tavatmanam, your soul, is that Navatmanam. Bhagavati, it addresses it as Bhagavati. It's a meaningful word. Bhagavan. Bhagavan is God, very simple. But why Bhaga? Bhaga. Bhagaha asya asti iti Bhagavan. Bhaga means there are 6 things included in Bhaga. Utpattincha, Vinashancha, Bhutanam Agatim Gatim, Vetti Vidyam Avidyam Cha, Shannam Bhaga Itirana. Utpatti, creation. How does one is born? Vinashancha, the end. Bhutanam Agatim Gatim, living beings coming and going. Agatim Gatim. Vetti Vidyam, Vidya, knowledge. Avidya, ignorance. These 6. Utpatti, Vinasha, Agati, Gati, Vidya, Avidya. 6 things. Shannam. He who has this, he who knows all this is Bhagavan. So here it is addressed as Bhagavati. So she also has this. She is equivalent to him. That is why they are equal now. So this enjoyable usefulness, I told you just now. Look at the motherly Acharyas. Acharya means Adi Shankaracharya. His refusal to forget the motherly love inherent in the goddess. That is why that motherly love makes him talk about Shashi Mikira Vatsho Ruvayugam. Sun and the moon or the chest. If it is the Lord, he will say Shashi Mikira, that is the eyes. So that takes care of 1 and 34. I told you I will need only with a few slokas. In fact, I am not going to be doing sloka number 22. Bhavani Tundasena Yivitarishtim Sakarunam. That is how it begins. Beautiful sloka. You go and tell the Lord, the Ambal, Bhavani Tvam. You are Bhavani. Bhavani as a verb means, may I become. This, you immediately she grants a Sayujya status for him. This sloka is 22, number 22. 61, Asaunasa Vamsha, spiritual pranayama. The exhilaration by the goddess is by the left nose. Left nose. So that is called spiritual pranayama. Right nose inhaling, left nose exhaling. That is called spiritual pranayama. So that is explained in number 61. I have explained these 2 slokas in the talk by me in Global Festival of 2020 under the title 2 Bhakti Laharis of Adi Shankara. 2 Bhakti Laharis of Adi Shankara. So you can go to YouTube and see the lectures. So I am not going to be touching either 22 or 61. So now we will take a very easy sloka. Number 1 and number 34 were rather difficult slokas. Difficult because somebody has to explain it to you. But it is not so with number 4. Number 4, read it along with me. This is the teaching habit. I have been a teacher all my life and I will continue to be so. Todanyah panibhyam avayavardo daivataganaham tumeka naivasi prakatita barabhitya vinaya Bhayatratum dotum phalamapicha vancha samadikam Sharanye lokanam tavahi charanaveva nipunau. This is one of the easiest slokas. Out of the 100 slokas, some are very difficult, some are very easy. So here the Todanya Panibhyam Avayavarado Devatagana. Todanya, other than you, Todanya Panibhyam Avayavarado Devatagana. The deities are like this. With their right hand is Abhayavarada and the left hand gives the Varada. Abhayam, Vara. Abhaya and Vara. Abhaya is fearlessness, therefore moksha. Vara is all material goods. Abhaya Varada, whatever your wishes. Varada. So, Todanya Panibhyam, other than you, all deities, you see, they will have the right hand in the Abhaya Hastam and the left hand as in the Varada Hastam. Abhaya Varado Devataganaha. Tomeka Naivasi. You are the only one. He is addressing Lalitamba, this goddess. You are the only one. Tomeka Naivasi. You are not like this. Prakatita Bharabhi Abhinaya. You are not publishing your ability to give Vara and ability to give Abhaya. Abhinaya. Bhayatratum dotum phalam. On the other hand, excuse me. On the other hand, Bhayat Tratum Datum. Tratum means protecting. Datum, giving. Protecting for Abhaya. And Tratum, Datum, to give whatever you want, whatever is good for you. Phalamapicha vancha samadikam. Vancha samadikam. Whatever you have asked, more than that. Vancha samadikam. Bhayat tratum bhatum phalamapicha vancha samadikam sharanye. You are deserving to be you as a Sharana. Sharanye. There are two meanings of that. The one who is the refuge of the whole world, Sharanye Lokanam. Another meaning is because there is Sri there. I told you, Ikara is the beam for, is the Bija mantra for Ambal. So Sharanye. Sharanye, therefore, according to the commentators, it indicates that she is seated on the Sri Chakra, which is what is explained in the first 41 slokas, which I am not taking. Because for that, there will be, about the Sri Chakra, there should be initiation. Charanye Lokanam Tavahi Charanadeva Dipunau. To give whatever you want, to take you to moksha, both of these, Abhaya and Vara, your feet themselves, your feet, just bow down to your feet, that itself will give you. Tratum, Bhayatratum, Dhatum, Palamavicha, Vanchasam, more than what you want, Sharanye Lokanam, Tavahi Charana, your feet themselves are capable. Therefore, you are not doing this. Abhaya Varada, you are not doing this. This is a beautiful sloka. As I told you, easy to understand. Then you can go to 15 and 17. 15 and 17. Take 17 first. Savitri Virvacham. Read it along with me. Savitri Virvacham Shashimani Shilabhangaruchibhi Vashinyadhyabhistvam Sahajanani Sanchintayati Yaha Sakarta Kavyanam Bhavati Mahatam Bhangiruchibhi Vachobhirvakdevi Vadana Kamala Moda Maduraihi. In one sentence, this says that if you keep reciting her greatness through the sloka, you will have a lot of capability for becoming even a poet. In 2000 till 2002, I did not study Soundaryalahari. In the year 2002, I was planning a trip to the United States for a long time, for a long stay. But before that, I came to my daughter's house in Bangalore and stayed here for 1 month. I went walking every day on the streets of Bangalore. And that was when I decided to study Soundaryalahari. And this sloka attracted me. So I kept on repeating this sloka and getting it by heart. Savitri bhirvacham shashimani shilabhangaruchivi savitri bihi vashinyadya bihi. You see, in Sanskrit, there are vowels. There is a kavarga, ka, kha, ga, ga, ga. There is a chavarga, cha, cha, ja, ja, nya, like that. So, Vashini vowels, kavarga, chavarga, tavarga, tavarga, pavarga, yaralava, shashasaha. 8. So, these 8 vowels are called Vashini Devatas. Vashini Devatas. So, Vashinyadhyabhihi Tvam Sahajanani Sankintejiha. With these Sanskrit vowels and their pronunciations, those who think of Sanchintayati Yaha Sakarta Kavyanam, he becomes a poet. Karta Kavyanam Bhavati Mahatam Bhangi Uchubiki. He can cater to several tastes. Vachobhir Vagdevi Vadana Kamala Moda Madurai. Just like the lotus like words of the Ambal herself, like that he can make different his taste of art and wit, also roundabout ways of expression, that is called Bhangiruchubiki. He can make kavyas like that. So I like this sloka very much. And I repeated it many times. I don't know how many times. Then I stayed in the United States for 4 or 5 years in my son's place. From there, I became a moderator and a contributor to the Yahoo group Advaitin. Advaitin was a Yahoo group. Great scholars or members of that are contributing to it, and every day there will be a lot of discussions of all spiritual topics, Sanatana Dharma topics. And in that, I became a moderator along with others. I started writing about Soundaryalahari in English. That is the Paramacharya, Kanchi Paramacharya, the great Paramacharya of the last century. He had given a law expositions in Tamil, which have been put in the form of a book called Deva Kural by an author. So that Deva Kural Tamil exposition of the Paramacharya for several days We don't know for how many days he did it. So it is about 700 pages. I tried to give a condensed translation of the whole thing in English every day on the Yahoo Advaita Yahoo group. It was appreciated by people very much. In fact, they were saying that it is as if Paramacharya himself is talking in English. I consider that performance of mine as the result of doing this sloka. Savitri Bhirvacham Shashimani Shilabhangaruchivim. So this is number 17. This is called Saraswata Prayoga. There are two slokas of Saraswata Prayoga, 15 and 17. 17 is, I just told you. 15 I will take up next day. So at this point, I want to stop today. The remaining things we will see on the remaining 4 days. Susti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Matkena Mahim Mahisha Go Brahmani Bhishwamastanityam Loka Samasta Sukino Bhavantu. Over to you, Soumya.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. That was really very profound and very nicely explained, the couple of shlokas that you picked up. So the forum is actually open for questions. If anybody has any questions, please ask. So I myself have a question. So why is the Soundaryalahari split into two parts, which is called as Anandalahari and Soundaryalahari? What is the story behind that? Sir, you're on mute. You're on mute.
It is not split into two parts.
Okay.
Acharya Shankara went all the way to Kailas to get Soundaryalahari, the 100 shlokas of Soundaryalahari. The Lord gave it, like probably a handful. He was coming along. Nandi, who was there, Nandi.
Yes.
Snatched the whole thing. I can't allow you to take it. You should not go to Goloka. It is great. It was done by Lord himself. So he snatched away 59 slokas. What Acharya had was only 41. Okay. Acharya was very sorrowful. So he prayed to the Lord, what am I supposed to do now? So the Lord said, don't worry. It has given you an opportunity to compose the remaining 59 slokas in the same way. Go ahead. So let him have the 100 slokas here. But for the Goloka, you compose the remaining 59. So the remaining 59 was composed by Adi Shankara. The original 41 was composed by the Lord himself. And therefore, there are two characters. This is the mantra base, the other is description of the form.
We have a question. So the question is, how can this text be used for spiritual sadhana by householders?
Simple Parayanam. From beginning to end. You may not be able to read 100 slokas on the same day. So read 10 slokas each day. But read them in such a way that you understand the meaning. So you have to study the meaning from some book or somebody. There are beautiful. The Paramacharya and Soundaryalahari, I have myself published a book, Paramacharya's lectures, complete translations, you see, which I wrote in Yahoo group. Now I have translated into English, and yes, it's here. So either this or Revered Brahmanishta Acharyas has written in Tamil. There are other people who have written on Soundaryalahari. There are small books. The Theosophical Society has written this thing. So that's also available. Understand the meaning and read it as a Parayanam. Don't worry about initiation. It says, in Soundaryalahari, at the end of this book, they have said what sloka you have to read, how many times, with what yantra, what is the palan. This is all very attractive. This will attract you, but don't fall into that, because that needs a lot of initiation. Simple Parayanam from the beginning to end, as many times as possible. Keep on daily. This is, you will get several steps on the spiritual ladder.
So I hope that answers your question, sir. The next question is, somebody is asking if we can get your email ID, and does Acharya take classes in Chennai?
My email ID, Prof. VK. I was a professor. VROF VK for V Krishnamurthy, all small letters. Prof. VK at yahoo.com.
Okay.
Prof. VK at yahoo.com. You are welcome to communicate with me.
And do you take classes in Chennai?
No, I am in Bangalore. I don't take classes. I have given a lot of lectures to my local friends and neighbors, but nowadays, because of age, I have stopped all my extra work like this. But I am writing books,
Okay. Yeah, I did read out a couple of books.
Yeah.
They sound very interesting. And one more comment is that they have liked that you're asking the audience also to recite with you. They have liked that interaction.
Good, because otherwise it becomes something distant. It has to come to you. Shiva Shakya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavisam. You must be able to say it.
Yes.
Slowly. So unless you try to say it along with the teacher, you will not get it. But if you know good Sanskrit already, you can do it. Anyway, there are many people who cannot read Sanskrit slokas, and Soundarya slokas are difficult. So you better learn it to recite. You better learn it to recite from a teacher. That is why I am repeating 2 times for you to repeat it along with me. In fact, I even thought of asking you to say 2 times by me and so on. It will be wasting our time here for the lecture, so I avoided it.
Okay, sure. And there's a comment that says that thank you for giving the session, which will be continued for the essence of the whole. So they're appreciating you.
4 Saturdays.
Yes, 4 Saturdays. Yeah.
Thank you then.
Just one more. Pranams, could you please advise for students or brahmacharis regarding the Parayana pattern? Parayana pattern. How they
Parayana pattern.
Pattern. How should they do the Parayana?
How many hours?
What should be the way of doing the Parayana?
No, Parayana simply means reading once the whole thing, but that will take one hour.
Okay.
For me. So it might take, for a beginner, it might take 1.5 hours.
Okay.
You see, so read 10 slokas each day. Read 10 slokas each day, but read the 10 slokas repeatedly. 2 times, 3 times, read. Because only when it goes into the system, it will give you a spiritual uplift.
Okay.
Right? And always try to read understanding the meaning. For that, you have to read a book or a teacher. Either you learn from a teacher or a book. There are books which I explained to you in English, in Tamil, in Hindi. There are books. Soundaryalahari. In fact, Soundaryalahari is one of the very famous books of Sanatana Dharma. But very difficult. Very difficult. Yeah. Ordinary stotras, you can learn without any help, whatever, if you know a little Sanskrit, but not Soundaryalahari. You have to have a book or a teacher.
Okay. I hope that answers your question, Suraj. So, I think we don't have any more questions as of now, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that.
I wish you all good luck. We will continue next Saturday.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for that wonderful lecture. So a gentle reminder that today, again, we have a second session for the day at 7 p.m. today. And the evening topic is Sadachara Anusadhana of Shankaracharya by Nima Majumdar. So see you all at 7.